Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Friday the 1st of May. So let's have a look at the month, the day ahead. We could look at the month as well. Where are we going then with this euro? We saw a large push up in a few of these markets yesterday. Could have been some balancing, end of month balancing. We'll see if we see much push through today, but there wasn't really any significant news behind this. There wasn't all happiness. It was just, as I say, maybe some rebalancing against the dollar here. Technically then, where are we sitting? Well, consolidating at the tops here for the euro, which the very fact it's consolidating up there may mean that it's got further upside. We'll only see early this morning. What we've got to be aware of, though, it's for quite a bit of Europe, it's a bank holiday, which means that some of the systems will not be running apparently, and the target system will not be used, which is the real-time settlement express transfer system. That's closed for the holiday. There's a substantial impact on volatility. There we go. So we'll see. It may go without them anyway, but for now it's this euro looks like it may still have some more legs. If it starts failing and breaking down, there is quite a smart trend line across the lows there, and I would look for a break of that area, maybe down to, or certainly down towards that daily pivot at this stage. It's quite a long way extended, so I would be looking towards the daily pivot. Okay, to the upside, target wise here, I think we might struggle around to yesterday's highs, but if we can push through that, then looking towards that R1 area. The pound's already had a little dip back. The pound ran into its daily 200 a second time here, and it's having that sort of reaction to it at the moment, although it might try and catch up from where it sits. Just have a look at where we are there. We've got a little ball flag really on the 4 hourlies here. It's just into its 4 hourly 8 where it sits at the moment. That may, as I say, give it some support. Just need to get a bit of confirmation through here. Maybe looking at the break of the trend that's running across the top there. See if that if we get some momentum through that, that will look like, well, again, looking towards yesterday's highs maybe. The range is quite big there, but if it can push through there, maybe the R1 there, but I'd be looking maybe at the two different highs there, the body highs and then the highs of the wick there, if it starts getting a bit of a leg up here, but certainly into its daily pivot at the moment, so giving it some support there. Any breakdown, well, then we start looking towards that 60-50 maybe. Okay, does, as I say, erring on the more positive side at the moment, those markets. What is not positive though is the yen, as the positioning yesterday. It sort of went with the pound and the euro there and closed up as opposed to closing stronger against the US dollar. And well, as I'm looking at it at the moment, well, maybe it'll have another roll back, but well, he's putting all the signs in for it, the dojis and the shooting star there. It's certainly soft towards these highs here. Maybe if it starts breaking through that 4 hourly 8, we'll see further downside, but it has just confirmed a lower high in the last couple of hours there, so maybe it's got more of a correction to go, but those adjustments there all around about the same sort of time. Okay, Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar yesterday, well, ended up on a negative day, which was rare to compare to the others. It's rolled a little bit where it's sitting here, and again, may just be positioning. We'll see, because it's had a reasonable month up, quite a good correction, but at the moment still looks okay for that 4 hourly 50 potentially. Certainly come back further than I was expecting yesterday. I was sort of thinking if it ran back to that 50, maybe we'd get a bounce, but the price action before it, it ran off the 34 there, but then sold off given us a lower high coming through there on the 60 minutes, making it far less attractive for the bounce. At the moment, well, it too had a bit of an adjustment around the 2 to 3 o'clock time through there, but hasn't held on to its gains, and we've seen selling pretty much since then. Now there does seem to be sort of potentially some runs as investors are starting to wanting to taking their money. I say investors, but people are pulling money out of pensions, etc. And it's it's unsettled, to be sure. It's already had a big move down. Whether we'll see this continue through the day, maybe it will sell off towards that 6,200. I might look at this next week in terms of the buy side. If it gets down to that 50 to that 4 hourly 50 day, I may even look at start putting a position in there. Okay, remain reasonably bullish on it. Canadian dollar, again, one of those that corrected back the other direction there, and we're really seeing a continuation of that. We've seen a continuation of that this morning there. Just looking through here, back almost to its new monthly pivot there, not far off of it. Okay, so again, this the Canadian dollar itself weakened quite considerably here. I'm less surprised at this in comparison to the oil markets, etc. But we'll see what happens here. I would look, if this starts breaking that 60-minute 8, it may give further downside towards the 21, maybe back to the 50 and daily pivot. But at this stage, it's already had such a run through the Asian session there. Day trading wise, I'd stand alone of that anyway. Let's have a quick look at oil then. Oil was pushing up when I was looking at later last night. It had a push up on this later time frame there, about 7 o'clock. See it pushing back up, came off its one of its key moving average, 50 moving average. It's pushing up there. I just come off, you can't see it now, so it was lower time frames actually. It came off the 550 actually, but it's pushing up pretty strongly. Has been. Personally, I'm not looking to buy or sell this at the moment, just waiting my time. If it does give me a good reversal signal, I may be looking to short this in towards mid May. Okay, when the expiry comes through from the contract, so it may we may see a bit of selling going, pushing through towards that point. But for now, I shall be leaving it. It is still looking bullish, with a little bullish flag here. Could still push further. I'm not totally convinced that this is the right time of it yet. S&Ps. So the S&Ps, quite a correction overnight. There's gaps through on there. Looking certainly selling off through the session yesterday and into the day at this stage. So there's the gap that sits there. That gap actually looks like it got pretty much filled fairly soon. So weak equity market there at the moment. Perhaps we're seeing more of what may occur. I've been pretty bearish on it, but it's been going up there, but I've not been in it. But it may be sort of looking at see how it reacts off this 4 hourly 50 here. If it bounces from here, well, maybe it's got another push there. But if it starts breaking from here, to me, it's lost its upper trend there, and we could be seeing a more significant correction. That's it. Okay, I wish you a great day. News-wise today, we've got at 3 p.m. this afternoon, we've got the ISM manufacturing data, so not a lot going on in terms of news. Have a great day. Bye for now.